Hello and welcome back to the Coosters. Thank you for joining me again. I am Julia. I'm a homeschooling mother to 6 children and 1 on the way. I live in Vancouver, British Columbia with my husband Jesse, and we're both teachers. We're making videos on Catholicism, minimalism, and homeschooling. Thanks for finding me, and I'm going to dive right into the topic today, which is sharing with you my 6 tips for super easy, simple ways to be an effective homeschool parent and teach your kids the faith, get music practice done, get a good healthy meal on the table. These are just like super 6 easy things that I am doing currently in my stage of life to minimize the stress and maximize my time with my family. So stick around if you want to hear Julia's top 6 things that help me to teach my kids the faith, get through our homeschool day, do music practice, and make good meals. So tip number 1, when life is crazy busy and you don't have a second for yourself until your head hits the pillow at the end of the day, is just to each day, you get up, you wash your face, you get dressed, and put some cream on and forget about the makeup. I think if you are clean and you're wearing something nice and your hair's pulled up, some lip gloss is the most you need. Just go out and forget the makeup, age gracefully, and just forget it. It is just so much extra work thinking about those extra little things right now. Tip number 2 for life with kids when you're not feeling great, when there's a lot of extra things going on, is to, on Sundays, when we go to Mass, we always try to get to church as a rule, the earlier the better. I know for my kids, they're early risers, they get up by 7. That's not everybody's kids, but we're generally up dressed by 8, and I like to get them to church by 8:30 or 9 because they're a little bit tired of still, and they are more likely to sit and be attentive after a good breakfast. And I just find if I push Mass later into the day, when their energy gets revved up and they've had just more of the day behind them, it's sometimes hard to have that concentration. So the earlier I take my kids to church, the better behaved they are. The third thing I wanted to share with you today is how I organize my kids' recitation books, which, if you know Memoria Press, they assign a certain set of core information each week that the kids need to memorize and recite by memory. And I've just made these dollar store books really simply, and I add in some extra sheets for socials and science and fun things the kids do with art, and it's like an instant portfolio. So I'd really recommend doing that because it serves as an easy way to reference back these core recitation questions, and then you've got a built-in portfolio all ready to go. The 4th thing I wanted to share with you is how I get my kids to do piano practice every day. Because as you know, with piano, it is really important to be consistent. Even if they're just doing 5-10 minutes a day practice when they're really young, it's still just building in that habit. So the best time a day, kind of like the way we do Mass, is to do it first thing after breakfast. I find that if I don't do it right after breakfast with the kids, that just the events of the day pile on top of each other. So I'm going to show you right now Gemma, who's 6 and in her 3rd year playing piano, what she sounds like first thing in the morning, and Pia, who's in her 4th year of piano with music for young children, what she sounds like right after breakfast. So let's hear, you've been practicing for just a few days. Like you just had this on, so
Thursday.
Maybe 4 days you've learned this?
No,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I learned it, the whole song, on just like Friday.
Wow.
The day after my music class.
Right, wow. Okay, let's see. This is your 3rd or 4th year of piano?
3rd.
3rd year of piano. Okay, let's go. Bless you. I've got the sniffles. this is your 4th year
Yes.
of NYC? Okay, and it's Halloween time, so let's hear trick or treat, smell my feet. The last tip I wanted to share with you today is my super easy. You might look and say, that's a little bit too easy, but I think it's pretty nutritious, still pretty good, and it's a home cooked meal, and I'm all for that. So this is my super easy basic lasagna recipe that we make every week or other, and it is just straightforward. It takes 25 minutes to prep and 45 minutes to make. So you have to have a little bit of time, and I'll show you how easy the ingredients are and how quick it comes together. It's 4:30, I've got an hour and 20 minutes to make dinner. I take 2 pounds of lean ground beef and cook that up. And then you need a block and a half of mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, oven-ready lasagna noodles, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, 2 cans of spaghetti sauce, and 2 cans of tomato sauce. Takes, 10-15 minutes to cook up that ground beef, and then I drain it and I put the fat in the freezer because then it makes it really easy to dump into the organics. I add 2 tablespoons of onion powder to the cooked beef and 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Mix, mix, mix. That adds the salt and flavor, and that's really easy to do. And then I take those 4 cans, the 2 cans of spaghetti sauce, 2 cans of tomato sauce, and mix that all up too. So it's I think there's good vegetables in that. And I feel good feeding this to the family. There are a lot of cans with this, but it's fine. And it's so easy. And then I have those 2 Pyrex dishes. So I layer all the sauce and the noodles, and then I slice up the mozzarella cheese and lay those all on top. And you alternate, sauce, noodles, cheese. You can't really mess it up. I've done different things. And then once everything is all layered up, I do 2 layers. I put some Parmesan cheese on everything else and then pop it in the oven for 350 degrees for 45 minutes. And the other pan of lasagna, I just put in the freezer for a later meal. And that's our finished dinner. That concludes my whirlwind tour through life with our 6 children and how I'm trying to simplify things to make homeschool and meal prep, mass, everything that goes along with our life a little bit easier. I hope that you have found it entertaining, and if you have any comments about what things make you an efficient, productive mom, super simple, easy things, please share in the comments below, because that's why I'm doing this. I want to build community and I want to hear back from other people what is working. Thank you so much. I'll see you again. Bye now.